Is Ifeyemi Andrew. Now we look at some headlines. We begin on what's on the Vanguard newspaper. Very interesting. This one here, leading with 2027. Why I'm in coalition. Peter Obi. I think you have to read this one so you understand it, because this might just misdirect your thoughts. He said he was in coalition to end poverty and blah 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 blah. Just go read the whole story so you understand exactly the details. Don't just take the headlines for it. All right. Coalition. Obi remains with Labour Party Obedient Movement. That's why I said go read it, so you don't think that he has formed a coalition with somebody. He was at the school. I can't remember where the school was, but I was watching him yesterday, and when he made the comments around this coalition, and then clearly some people had a different interpretation. Labour Party crisis. The Nadi-led NCC allegedly approaches Zamfara court to reverse Supreme Court decision. Tinubu can't afford renewed crisis in Ogoni by forcing oil production resumption. Mossop. There was a committee from Ogoni that visited the president. There was even talks of the school that was to be open and all the other stuff. So what was the agreement that the committee reached after interacting with other stakeholders? Because that was part of what they needed to do. Perhaps after getting the feedback, they report to the president, and we'll see what happens afterwards. Meanwhile, on Facebook, we are streaming live, so you can be a part of the conversation online. Get on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Like the page. Get to the live stream. Don't forget to click on the share button and try to keep your comments as short as possible. You can also download the Nigeria Info FM app from your Google Play Store if you are using an Android phone. If you are using an iPhone, then you download from your iOS store, Nigeria Info FM app. Download the app, and on the app, search for Nigeria Info PH. All right. It saves you a lot, so you don't have to worry about, I don't have an earpiece to connect to my phone. At my location, the signal is not very strong, and you don't need any of that. Just download the app. All you need is data, a little bit of data, and you're good to go. You can also watch us live on YouTube at Nigeria Info PH. All right, Nigeria Info PH on X, Nigeria Info PH. The numbers to call are 0817-923-0002. Again, 0817-923-0002. You can also call us on 0817-923-0007. Hardship, mental health crisis looms. Family physicians. That's also on the Vanguard. I agree with this. Some people are angry for no reason. Right? Just because it's harder to get by every single day. Army storms bandits camp in Benue, destroys Kingpin's hideout. That's also on the Vanguard, and you would see this one again. Many fear dead in Abuja's Nyanya Mararaba Road accident. So you find very gory pictures of the scene of the accident there on the Vanguard newspaper. You can go look at it and get details. Ishekiri youth denounce INEC's ward delineation report. Hold peace walk in Warri. I think the Ishekiris were then left with 2 after they revisited what was there, because I remember they had about 8 from the 8 wards or more, and then they're now left with 2 or 4. Because the Robos had also gone to court to say they were not satisfied with the delineation and it wasn't done properly, and INEC had to come back and look at it again. I think the Robos ended up with, and then the judge got about 4 thereabout, and Shakira left with 2. Anyways, but find all the details of this on the Vanguard newspaper. Tinubu can't afford renewed crisis in Ogoni. We already looked at that one. It's on the Vanguard. And then we'll see what we have on the Punch. Again, the numbers to call are 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0002. Harvest in Igbo Eche. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
All right, go on.
This Ogoni resumption that Mossop is saying something concerning the president. I know that the federal government will not be sincere in order to resume oil operation on Ogoni land. Based on that, they wanted to just focus their attention on only to resume the resumption of oil in Ogoni land, not by taking proper arrangement of what Ogoni have suffered, order to do compensation and to arrange it very well. And because of that, the Mosop group in Ogoni land will not accept the way they wanted to do it, because it will not be favorable to the people. The people will suffer. Forget about the environmental university that they said they wanted to plant in Ogoni, because no proper arrangement has been put in place. Other universities that they have in this country, are they able to put them in place properly before they bring another new one that will enter Ogoni land? Just they wanted to know who Ogoni people with what their promises, so that Ogoni people can allow them to resume oil operation. And I will also advise the Mosop that they should not just take any plan of resumption without a proper negotiation and memorandum of understanding put in place, and even though look into the Ogoni issue and the people to settle them before they just resume oil operation in Ogoni land. They should not even try it, because if the federal government are not sincere and they are fake, they will not do the right thing.
Okay.
They always want to pass back door. That is my take.
All right, Harvest. JJ from Rumigbo, good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
You're welcome.
Sometimes ago, our governor, Siminalayi Fubara, went on inspection of the Rivers State University campus, Kira, and said, I am handing over this campus for the starting of the University of Environment in Ogoni land. And they told us that by September, that campus will kick off. I think they've set a timeline for themselves. Let's see how sincere they are. And the security experts who said the governors are to blame for the insurgency in their area. Andrew, how many times have we talked about state police? Up to today, nobody is saying anything about that. So that these governors, you can blame them. But this one, you are not saying anything about state police. You want them to keep funding the federal police, and tomorrow they will unleash them against you. I don't get it at all. Andrew, you were here when a police assistant or deputy commissioner supervised the gassing of a sitting governor. So as far as I'm concerned, if we cannot change the pattern, then don't blame the governors for whatever happens. And conclusively, people who are congesting that, this one said this, this one said this one will lose. Our people say something that say, fall for me, I fall for you. 9 dogs play till they switch. Let us allow peace to reign in Rivers State and forget about who collect this and who doesn't collect that. Are we happy with the state of situation now that everything is stagnant? I leave that.
Let's go to Emeka in Elele now. Emeka, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
All right, good morning.
My name is Emeka, calling from Elele.
All right.
My dear brother, peace is priceless. Terror is senseless. Please, let's give peace a chance. All the political gladiators in Rivers State should come together and make peace in Rivers State. Yes, I am in support of P2B, his vision. I'm not a politician, either I'm his supporter. There is a lot of hunger in the land. The citizen doesn't need much from federal government or from government. What we need is social amenities. There is hunger in the land. People is suffering. Tinubu should please listen to the people. They told us the other day that the price of things have gone down. It is a lie. Are they going to market? 1 rupee of rice now is 10,000. They are telling us that the price of things have crashed. Why are they deceiving Nigerians? Apart jam they should cancel jam. Jam should be scrapped. Because they are the ones to release another result on Monday. Why? They should totally cancel jam. If you want to, they should repeat new one to allow students to read. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go to Susie now in Alakaya. Good morning, Susie.
Good morning. Yeah, let me look at the statement of the analyst, who the AD chairman or the AD chairman, go back, who said the peace process by Chief Barrister A.M. Kim and his son will actually give the Rivers people some kind of by my paraphrase and hit, that we should raise the law for it. There is no place in the world today that conflict is resolved without actually a measure of either give and take, mostly when you are in a precarious situation. Because I also want to agree with the consciousness that if this thing had gone the other way around, some of us will not be talking about 4 for me and 4 for you, because at the time it was more like 3 for all. But today we have always talked about this alternative dispute resolution, which will actually give you some kind of collaboration, listening to open communication, and then certain things that have to do with people finding mutual acceptability to the solutions. And this comes with sacrifices. Just like we have always said, that those who compromise and contradict the laws will actually bear the brunt. There is always consequences. They have always said it on radio, and we have always agreed to that effect. So as it stands, the way it is, what is actually the cause? They have discovered the root cause of this problem, and they are finding solution to it. There is something that caused the problem. You cannot stay in your comfort zone and say they should not guard the governor. It doesn't happen that way. You must give something, mostly when it is something that somebody handed over to you. You must have something that you must give at a time. So if you are saying nobody should give anything, and all, it doesn't. There is no place where there is no peace in an open area where there are no compromise. There must be compromise, and it's not always to the favor of the people. It must be to the detriment of some persons who might not like it. That is what it is. Thank you very much for the community.
All right, Susie, thank you. The part where you said it is not it must not be in the favor of the people. Like, we don't know what it is that they need to sacrifice or give, but there's one thing that we all know, and that is the fact that the resources is for the people. At least we know that. And the idea of governance is the people coming together to pick a person to represent them and help them manage that resources for their benefit. And so paramount is nothing should affect that. But from the way some of us are sounding, it's like we have another way we are playing this politics, and that the people and what concerns the people should not matter. Sometimes you can sacrifice it. Maybe. I'm saying, I don't know if that's what some of us are thinking, but I think it would then tell us why we should not be praying for a better Nigeria now, because it will not work anytime soon. If we think in that line, if we still do not believe that, instead of the people sacrificing, those people that were sent by the people should sacrifice for the people. Does that make sense? Temple in a chair, good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Ifemi, and doing this morning.
Fantastic, go on.
Looking at JAMB telling me that they want to hurriedly release the recent rewrite exam, because we are in the process of JAMB is rewriting, the INEC on will always do a rerun. I want to appeal to JAMB, in as much as I see it as them trying to fulfill all righteousness. Because coming out now to release these results, is it that they want to give the student bonus mark or what? Because for me, I don't see the level of justification that the result exam was written some days ago, and now they want to hurriedly release the result. For me, it doesn't make sense. So at the end of the day, they just want to, clean up their mess by creating another mess, because I don't see it happening. And at the same time, the very distinguished Ifemi Andrew, we are in a chair here. We are in River State. The sole administrator telling me he is laying a good foundation. Where is the foundation? Is it in economy? Is it in infrastructure? Where is this a foundation being? In fact, where is the grant that was there? That this time around, we don't demand for project again. We don't demand for accountability again. It comes down to a chair. There's one word or one adage we normally say in a chair language that that's telling someone do it as they do and a person waits there to do it. Here in a chair, don't we demand project again? Or is it that the essence of this sole administrator coming on board is in the morning you enter into a car with your Interact, then you visit a dilapidated government property or infrastructure, you give bogus promises, and at the end of the day, nothing happens. Then when allocation comes, money will be shared among themselves. That projects are not being awarded. people's welfare are not being catered for. It comes down to a state like this where civil servants, even the retirees, are demanding for gratuity and pension, and nothing has happened. And somebody
there. Let's look at what's on the Nation newspaper. Capital market is anchoring $1 trillion economy target, says Edu. Natasha petitions IG, others over use of proxies to tarnish her image. Hospital celebrates 0 strikes in years. You want to know which hospital? Go to the Nation newspaper. Free compulsory basic education should be legal. Find details of that also from the Nation newspaper this morning. In H. Robin, good morning.
Good morning, Femi Andrew.
All right, go on.
Yes, straight. The fake missionaries that were carrying out medical outreach somewhere around Abdoma. We hear that the woman was arrested and the fake doctor is on the run. They should go after the fake doctor, wherever he ran to. And there are a lot of places where they do that advert, come for free medical eye, free test, free this. So they should put their eye on the ground to arrest most of those fake people. Then, on the issue of the advice that River State should be prepared to take the settlement of the former governor, Ian Wike, the FC minister, and the suspended governor, Sikba, it's a no fact now. Because the suspended governor has told us, before you speak for me, take permission from me. I know where the shoe pinches me. If you recall on record, I have been telling you that River State does not belong to PDP, APC, Labour Party, or any party in that matter. These people do not have the welfare of the people. Then tomorrow the suspended governor will begin to tell me River State, sir, River State, sir. Tell the River State first. River State people stood for him. He should have left that office, resign, and leave it for Ian UK. His name has entered as a governor of River State, but now compromised at expenses of some persons. Let us watch. Having said so, the sub administrator in River State is illegal. It's not laying any foundation for any governor. He's a military man. He's got here illegally against Nigerian constitution by the president. Whatever he says is illegal. That is my position. Robin Mada, the farmer. Good morning.
All right, then, Robin, thank you. On the Punch newspaper, a few headlines here. Very interesting, too. The lead headline says Tinubu's 2027 bid, APC courts opposition governors with high stakes offers. Naira for crude deal caused reduced petrol prices. Dangote. This one says UTME receipt jam to release result of 379,000 candidates on Wednesday. Okwandu from Irebe, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Ifemi Andrew.
Yep, morning to you.
You see, I think it will be a waste of efforts of heroes in the past in Ogoni land if there is resumption of oil exploration in Ogoni without putting into consideration the things that led to the stoppage of this exploration, why the indigenous rejected the government exploration. So I think that this report of the federal government forcefully coming to explore oil in Ogoni, it is not a good news this morning. I think the leaders of Ogoni should organize themselves and make sure that all those complaints that they have before now, even their heroes in the past, we are against, they should make sure that all those things are put in place. Because I see a situation where some few people will betray the struggles of King Saruwa and others just because of small money.
All right.
Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Okwandu. Look at some messages now. Anunobi says, jam to release over 300,000 results. I see bonuses and giveaways coming. Patrick Amadi says, the way forward is peace, let peace reign. Wike remains master of the game. And no Kachi cases. Okay, we took that already. Jeff Atibeko, at this moment, the problem with Wiki and the governor is on how to settle their political differences, while the most concerns of Rivers people is on the development of the state. So their reconciliation is nothing to Rivers people. Thank God Ability says we want a total reconciliation between the FCT minister and the supporters of the governor as well, and not half reconciliation. King Boy says, Wiki saying that Governor Fubara is his boy. Wow, Rivers people have entered one chance. Skillful Piro says the result that JAM wants to release on Wednesday. My question is, have they corrected their mistakes? Christian Williams says this JAM result they want to release. I join to demand for total cancellation of the JAM, that Larry Spieth, of the exams. Christian Williams says this JAM result they want to release, I believe it will not have any error. Please, because I don't understand the JAM people again. Justice Ori says Nigerian inflation dropped only on newspaper and on social media and not in real life. Ida says, good morning. I want the governor of Rivers State and the FCT minister with the people of the state to settle, and after settlement, he should not get orders from the FCT minister so that development can come to the state. And then Ogo Justice, unfortunately, that's too much we can take. We have a commercial coming now. Afterwards, business news at 7. Thank you for your time. Good morning.
Nigeria Info. Right back after this.